YouTube channel! Today I'm going to be drawing along with my younger sister, Yume. So we wanted to try the very first collaboration post that we've done on YouTube. I don't know exactly how it works, but if you're one of my sister subscribers and this popped up in your notifications or recommendations, well, hi! I am her older sister, Sakura, and we wanted to do a drawing together. The feature is kind of new, so I thought it'd be fun to try the collaboration feature. Although it's not going to be that new by the time this video actually comes out, but that's okay. So for the illustration, the reason we decided to draw together in the first place is because on the online coding website Scratch we post art, and we just hit a milestone of followers, so we decided we were going to do a drawing together and have a contest called a Draw This in Your Style contest where people can draw our characters. If you're interested in entering, I'll put a link to the Scratch project in the description. You can't enter the contest on YouTube, but if you really do want to join, it'd be great if you go on Scratch and give it a go. So the character that I am drawing is Willow. She is my part sheep OC. She has horns, and I really like her design, but I feel that she's a bit underrated and I don't draw her often enough. Like, I think she's so cute and I love her, but I hardly ever draw her because I tend to pick other characters to draw over her, and because she lives in a forest and isn't very, integrated with society, I've always had a bit of trouble doing illustrations with her because the only thing I can think of her doing is picking flowers. But as you can see here, she is not picking flowers, she's holding something, and what she is going to end up be holding is these little parfaits. They were super cute and fun to draw, and I will get to that in a bit, but for now I'm working on shading of her clothing. That was fun but pretty simple. I didn't have to do a whole lot, and I definitely didn't struggle at all really. I did give her shoes, which I've never drawn her whole body, so I've never drawn shoes before for her, but I ended up cropping them off when I put me and my sister's illustrations together, which is kind of sad, but I think it's okay. Right now I'm just shading the hair. I always like to shade hair really detailed and go all in, so yeah. Just doing that, and that footage probably isn't exactly the most interesting to watch, but it's pretty important. For something random to mention, I did get a phone. It is so cute and I'm so happy about it. I did this phone case with these wax seal stickers I got from Miniso, and I absolutely love those stickers. It is so cute. I posted a short a while ago of it, so you guys already know that I have a phone, but I hadn't intended to post it so early. It was supposed to be posted a lot later, but I had just downloaded the YouTube app and I didn't know what it meant when you clicked upload. I thought that just meant that it starts uploading the video onto your channel's draft. But apparently that means post now, and I didn't even know it had been posted, and I just got on my phone and then I was just clicking on the YouTube to see if it finished uploading it, and then I was like, wait, it already posted it 17 minutes ago? So yeah, that's just a little story time. So yeah, drawing the desserts was fun, and I do think that they are super cute. I was struggling a little bit with Willow's eyes and overall just making her look cute, and I do change her mouth later because I didn't really love the way it looked. But I don't have a whole lot more to do before we switch over to Yume's footage, so you're going to be getting Yume's narration and watching her time-lapse in just a moment. I just had to finish up a few more details on Willow first. And now let's switch to Yume!
Hi, okay, so I'm Yume now, and I'm going to be talking about my drawing. So I'm drawing my OC Matcha. I haven't drawn her that much digitally, but I thought that since we were doing this Draw This in Your Style, this would be a perfect opportunity. Anyway, I was thinking I was going to draw her with some sort of matcha cream puffs or sort of buns. But for some reason, even though me and my sister had talked this over, I was also thinking I might be drawing my OC Tsunade, and I started drawing her hair and everything, and I was even drawing her outfit, but Sakura edited that out of the footage. She asked me if I wanted her to, and I was like, yeah, I guess so. It's kind of embarrassing, I completely forgot. Anyways though, Sakura found these poses. I was using both of them as reference because honestly, the first pose, which is the girl in the green skirt, was really hard for me, and I was thinking maybe I can do the other one, but to be honest, they looked equally difficult. We were planning on making the color coordination, color coordinating our drawings. Willow had red and she also had black hair, So I thought I could give Matcha a sort of black sash or something, and Matcha always has green hair, but she doesn't really have a set outfit yet. Usually I draw her with hats, but I didn't this time. It just didn't seem I don't think it would have looked right. I think it looks pretty cute this way. Anyway, Sakura had suggested that I would make her dress more poofy, and I think that did make like the silhouette and stuff look better. And I was having a lot of trouble with making her proportions and her legs look right mostly. So here I'm just doing the shading for the skin, which I really love doing, but I was kind of on a time crunch when I was originally doing the shading, and I had to do some extra time for art. It was kind of hard doing this drawing, but I managed. And here I am doing some clothing shading. Honestly, I'm still not that good at clothing shading, and I really want to figure out how to get better, but I was trying to use multiple colors to shade it, but I knew I couldn't use that many because we had to make our values and the lighting not look too different. If I used like a pinkish lighting and she didn't, I knew that it would look weird, so I had to refrain, I guess. Matcha's key point is how thick her eyebrows are. I don't really know why, but I just drew her like that originally and now it's kind of stuck. And so I didn't make them honestly as visible. I wanted to make them behind the hair because they just looked too dark for this drawing, but I think you can still tell, right? Since I wasn't fully happy with the clothing, I went in and made a lot more shading on it too. Okay, I'm almost done now. Soon, Sakura is going to put our drawings together and then we can work on the finishing details.
And now the drawings are getting put together. So first I put them together and just added a bunch of random brushes and a really simple background. I do think that the silhouette turned out really nice and cute. I feel like it looks pretty good and interesting overall. And this is actually my sister's footage where she's working on the background. She also did a bunch of random brushes that were cutesy and blurred them a whole bunch. And we are just seeing the results of that, which is very colorful and bright and cutesy, but that's exactly what this image needed to be, so that's great. She added a bunch of strawberries and she was kind of sad because she was like, wait, you got rid of the strawberries? And I hadn't noticed I had gotten rid of the strawberries. I didn't try to, but I crop it later, so I kind of end up deleting the strawberries. So the footage is now switched over to me and I'm making things lighter and more pastel and cutesy. And in a moment I'm going to realize that it really needs cropped because they are just too far away and the overall look of the picture has way too much empty space. And I decided to change her mouth to like the same type of mouth as Matcha because I felt like her smiling mouth just didn't look that cute and I just didn't really like it very much. I'm glad I made that decision because I do think it looks much better and it just looks really cute. I always think those mouths are really fun to draw, but I try to not draw them too often because I feel like if I could, I would make like every character always making that expression. Now you can see I have cropped the picture and there are only a couple more things to do until the picture is complete.
So here is my drawing of Matcha.
And my drawing of Willow. If you guys liked this video, please like and subscribe and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for doing this with me, Yume, and bye for now!